Dear Thay, 2 months ago I recognized a nhat in my breast, and it's a benign tumor, so it isn't life dangerous, and I'm really released of it. But at the beginning I was really shocked because it was there from one moment of the other, and now my question, how the Buddhism can help in several physical illnesses.
How the Buddhism can help severe physical illnesses.
Can you repeat the whole question?
Yeah. So, dear Thay, our friend said that 2 months ago, 2 months ago she found a lump in her breast, and fortunately it turned out to be benign, so it's not life-threatening, but it caused her some concern, and so she came to the question how Buddhism can help in serious illnesses. Is that right? Yeah.
The practice of mindful breathing, especially when you practice breathing deeply, can help strengthen your lungs, make them stronger. And when your lungs are stronger, they can resist infections and things like that. And not only the practice of mindful breathing can help your lungs, but it can help your whole body, every cell in your body. When Vietnam, my country, was divided into North and South, and my mother passed away, I had a depression. And doctors could not help, but with the practice of mindful breathing, I got out of the situation. The practice of mindful breathing is wonderful. It can heal many diseases. During the time I had that depression, I practiced mindful breathing and mindful walking. In the hospital also, I found the way to do walking meditation every day. Any time that is available for the practice, I will take in order to do walking and breathing. Especially when the air is good, pure, of good quality, and the practice of breathing can help the body very much. And when you have some trouble in your body, and you have not seen what you should do, and the doctor has not told you what to do in order to deal with that problem in your body. And then you know that mindful breathing is what you can do right away. Take up the practice and breathe. Every breath can be healing. That's my conviction, my practice. Every breath can be nourishing. Every breath can be healing. Every breath can help not only your lungs, but also your kidney, your liver, all the cells in your body, all the cells in your body. This is very clear. Walking meditation, breathing meditation, you practice in such a way that the in-breath is pleasant, the step you make is pleasant, and you know that every step, every breath can help with the healing. This is something very certain for Thay. And then the other thing is that you should not allow the energy of worry to take over. And this is very important. The lump is benign, but if you imagine too much, or you think you are going to die very soon, and they make the situation much worse. So to worry is not good. And there are ways in order to deal with worries. The Buddha talked about the second arrow, which is a very good teaching. He said that someone is struck by an arrow and the pain, the suffering is there. But if a second arrow comes and strikes exactly at the same spot, and then the suffering, the pain will not only double, it can be 10 times or more intense. So don't let the second arrow to come. And that second arrow is the worry. If we let the anger and the worry to take hold of us, we suffer 100 times more. And that is why practice in order not to let your anger, your protest, your despair, and your fear to take over. That is the second arrow. It's very harmful, the second arrow. So with mindful breathing, mindful walking, you look deeply and you recognize the thing as it is. Do not exaggerate. Do not exaggerate. And if needed, we can consult a physician, a Dharma teacher, a psychotherapist, and never to imagine too much and to exaggerate too much. That is the second error. That these are two things that every one of us can take up and practice to deal with what is not going well in our body and in our mind. And the third thing is the meditation on birth and death. Even if you are in terminal illness, you can practice so that joy can still be possible. But the nature, our true nature, is the nature of no birth and no death. When we look into a cloud, we see that a cloud can never die. A cloud can become rain or snow or ice or river or tea, but a cloud can never become nothing. It is beautiful to be in the form of a cloud, but it is equally beautiful to be in the form of the rain or a river. So to die is not something possible. You can change the form of manifestation, but you cannot die. And when a person the phase of terminal illness, and if she or he is instructed by a teacher to meditate like that, she will not be afraid of dying, because she will be manifesting again in another form. So in Buddhism we learn many things in order to deal with the problem of illness. And remember, first of all, mindful breathing, mindful walking with joy, serenity can help prevent illness and bring relief and allow the healing to take place more quickly. The second teaching is not to allow the second arrow to strike us.